This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hey, happy Wednesday. I'm Amelia Fabiano with your afternoon update here from ABC15 Arizona. Executions in Arizona set to resume in a matter of weeks. State Attorney General Mark Brnovich issuing an execution warrant for this man, Clarence Dixon. He was convicted and sentenced to death in the 1978 killing of a college student. Executions were put on hold after the execution of Joseph Wood here on your screens back in 2014. His attorney calling it botched after the procedure lasted hours. All right, if you're needing a COVID-19 test or a vaccine today, it could cost you. The federal program that reimbursed healthcare providers for some COVID claims has now expired. This means those without insurance will have to pay out of pocket. Embry Health announcing it'll charge $100 for a test. The company says it's tried to give as many free tests as possible, but hasn't received federal reimbursement since March 16th.
If you imagine somebody who's surviving right now on minimum wage, there is no chance that they are going to go out and get COVID-19 testing, meaning that they are going to spread the virus.
The White House says without Congress passing more COVID funding, the ability to buy more vaccines or monoclonal antibody treatments is also at risk. The Navajo Nation is easing its COVID-19 restrictions. Businesses and the 4 casinos can now operate at 75% capacity. That is up from 50%. Residents and visitors must still wear a mask in public, but more people are allowed into businesses, and people can also gather for outdoor events. All right, first it was books and movies, then cars and furniture, and now plants that you can buy online without even having to leave your home. Consumer reporter John Mattery shows us the pros and cons of garden shopping online so you don't waste your money.
Spring gardening season has arrived.
So these are cordylines, which are a tropical bush.
Garden center owner Kyle Natorp is preparing for the Mother's Day rush.
And this is mandevilla, another tropical plant, great by.
But this year, more homeowners like Patty Hall plan to let their fingers instead of their feet do the walking.
It's a great way to shop for people that have trouble getting out.
By ordering plants online instead of spending hours wandering the greenhouse.
I do look at a lot of their plants online before I even come to the store. You can find out what's good for shade, what's good for sunlit areas, things like that.
Online plant shopping really came into its own 2 years ago during the pandemic shutdown. Remember at the time you couldn't even go into a greenhouse to look around. Well, people started buying plants online, and now they want to keep doing it.
Just about everything from trees, shrubs, perennials, a little bit on the hard good end as well. Quick, order it online and you just pull right up, pick it up, we throw it in your car and you're out the door.
Natorp has just built a special pickup area just for online shoppers. Though he says for a small fee, you can have your order delivered. One downside, you don't get to touch the plants before you buy. But just like with grocery shopping, Gloria Vigo says online plant buying could save her a lot of time this summer.
I think it's a very, very good idea.
And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Mattery.
Okay, if you're planning a trip that includes an airline ticket, get ready to plan ahead or pay some more money. Online booking site Hopper says domestic airfare is up 40% right now since the start of the year, and it could climb another 10% this month. Experts say the best way to get a lower price, book 1 to 3 months in advance for domestic flights, 2 to 8 months ahead of time for international travel. Some good tips there. A new study shows how Americans plan to save money during record inflation. According to the CNBC survey, 52% say they'll cut back on dining out. 42% say they'll drive less. Overall, 3/4 of people say they worry inflation will force them to rethink their financial decisions. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jills. How about this? PepsiCo announcing an update to its iconic snack to promote women's sports. You'll find Cracker Jill snacks at MLB stadiums, and PepsiCo says it'll donate $200,000 to the Women's Sports Foundation. Cracker Jills do have the same recipe as the 125-year-old classic Cracker Jack, but you'll see these 5 different images on the special editions. Pretty cool. And yes, there is a prize inside.
Hi there, I'm Nohelani Graff with your most accurate forecast. We're warming up statewide today, 90s across the southern and western portions of our state. Central Arizona staying in the mid to upper 70s, 77 for Sedona today. North of the rim, mild temperatures in the 60s from Show Low through the Grand Canyon. But it'll be windy up north, especially northwestern Arizona, with winds between 20 and 30 miles an hour, gusts up to 40 miles an hour. We'll have just light breezes here in the valley around 10 miles an hour. But because of those strong winds to our north, we do have a wind advisory through the lower Colorado River Valley in effect this afternoon, and also fire weather warnings as well as our temperatures continue to climb. Even here in the valley, we'll get close to triple digits by the end of the week and by the start of the weekend. But then there is relief in sight. The 80s return next Monday and even the 70s by Tuesday, with a slight chance for rain in the valley forecast.
Another update tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at ABC15.com or by downloading our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.